Hey everybody, welcome back. You see, I was reading X-Men with who on the cover? Wolverine. Because I just saw Logan. And I'm going to do some quick thoughts on Logan. First of all, this movie is incredible. Absolutely, it's fantastic. To me, it's the best one Fox has done since the first X-Men, which would have kicked off the whole hero thingamajigger. It's incredible. I went in there I had high expectations. I mean, I was excited to see the movie, but I didn't think it would be as good as it was. It was really good. It was really good. It was, I was waiting for the big Marvels to come out. That these are okay. Didn't look, you saw the previews of it, but really it was really good. Hugh Jackman, I'm not going to throw any I'll warn you now, I might throw some spoilers out, so if you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't want to do spoilers, I'll give you a second. You gone? Okay. So if you're gone, okay, good. Hugh Jackman goes out perfect in this movie. It was a signature goodbye to everybody. It was great. James Mangold, who did the Wolverine, not the X-Men Origins one, the Wolverine, you could tell he really opened up at this movie with the character. Him and Hugh Jackman got to really open up with this character and show you what Wolverine really should have been like, in a dirty, grittier. It's set in like 2024 or 29. It's in the future. It's the old man Logan kind of storyline. Not the storyline for old man Logan, but he is old man Logan. His healing factor sort of failing him, and but they really get to open up with this one, and they show you what it's like, what he's really like. He's the foul-mouthed, brutal, cigar smoking, a funny scene, and you'll see it. He is, he's the best at what he does. Okay, and we got to see that in this movie. We got to see it's the one with the Wolverine we've been waiting for. Every time we went, we're like, this is what we need from Wolverine. We need a rated R Wolverine, and we got one. Deadpool kicked it off. Now there were other rated R Marvel movies, The Punishers, with Jane, Ray Stevens and Thomas Jane. They did the Punisher Warzone and Punisher. Those were rated R. Oh man, turn this down a little bit. I was watching Doctor Strange. Got him on in the background there. So they did those were rated R, but not the MCU. So the MCU and Fox, they always did PG-13s. So when it first came on and you saw it, and then the first fight scene he has, it was like you're sitting in your seat and you're watching, and all of a sudden it was just like, oh, okay, all right, here we go. This is gonna be good. Okay. So Hugh Jackman, of course, is Wolverine. Plays the classic Wolverine. Still set in the same universe, because they mentioned the stuff like what happened at Statue of Liberty. Everybody knows what happened at Statue of Liberty. That's from the first X-Men. So it's still set in the same universe. Professor Xavier, Patrick Stewart's in it, as revising his role as Professor X. He's a different Professor X. This is not the one you're used to. This is not the distinguished Charles Xavier rolling around in a wheelchair teaching his students. This is one that's kind of a little batty, and Wolverine's the last mutant of his group, of his kids that he is, and he's trying to take care of Professor X. He's trying to save him, and he gets all tangled up with this stuff with X-23. Okay, so X-23, played by Daphne Keane, she's another amazing actress. They're not using the X-23 you're probably familiar with in the comic books, which is, of course, is the older, scantily clad sometimes X-23. This is a young girl who is a genetic reproduction of Wolverine. she's incredible. She plays an incredible role in the movie. Her fight scenes, of course, which they're not her, but her fight scenes with him are just they're just awesome. They're just incredibly. She is a freaking animal. She's wild. It's a great scenes with her. But I can't explain enough of this. They introduced a couple new other heroes in the movie. Stephen Merchant plays Caliban. If you remember him, he's the mutant tracking mutant. He's able to track mutants. He's taking care of Charles Xavier at the time Wolverine has him over in Mexico. And they also introduce Boyd Holbrook, and he is Pierce, and he leads the Reavers. Not the Reavers from the comics, which were... these guys are just straight mercs. These guys are just straight mercenaries, enhanced mercenaries. And so they introduce them. Okay? And they introduce X-24, which was... I didn't expect that at all. X-24 into the movie, which is... You'll see if you see the movie... And that's sort of who the nemesis, these guys, the Reavers and stuff, are the nemesis of the movie. So we got Pierce as a Reaver, and X-24. So Pierce does really, Pierce. Boyd Holbrook does really good as, I liked his character. This is the first role that I'm going to remember him by, because he was in Gone Girl. He's been in roles, but I've never really paid attention to him. Like, I wouldn't watch a movie and go, "Oh, that's the guy from Gone Girl. I know him." You know, I wouldn't say he was in Gone Girl. He was in Hatfields and McCoys, and he was in Walks Amongst the Gravestones, which I have not seen. Well, I can't say that. I've seen parts of it, but I don't know what part he played, and I don't remember. I mean, if I think back, he played a tobacco-spitting hillbilly in Hatfields and McCoys, but there was a lot of them in that movie. So in Gone Girl, I think he was the boyfriend of the girl that the main chick in the movie. I can't remember her name, but whatever. He was in that. But this is the first one. It's like, oh, okay. I liked his character. I liked the way he played the character. I think he was very good, really good. I think he was really good in the movie as him. Stephen Merchant was cool because I didn't realize it right away. I was watching the movie and I'm like, "Hi, that guy looks familiar." And I said, I knew he was. I knew it was Caliban, but I'm like, I know who plays that guy. He's like 8'10". It's like, oh, wait, Stephen Merchant. That's who that is. As you know, I expect Ricky Gervais to come walking around with Carl Pinkerton coming around with the bemoaning of life. So, so the movie itself is really. It's not. Deadpool was your comedy R-rate, okay, and you get a taste of that too. If the beginning, I got my Deadpool shirt on too. Deadpool, I love Jimmy Chungus. If you watch the beginning, the very beginning is a hilarious bit for D2. That comes on, not Mighty Ducks 2, D2, Deadpool 2. That comes on, and it's classic Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, but it's great. And then it goes into the movie, and it's just opposite. This is R-rate, crude jokes, cussing, sex, boobies, the whole bit. This is R-rate, dirty, gritty, depressing, violent. Same as Deadpool, but violent. That. They tried to. The movie, me personally, the movie was so depressing, so down, so dark. Not dark like in the. It wasn't like it was a dark film. Wasn't that. It was just that the attitude, the people were so miserable in the movie. They were so just unhappy, and just so that when they cracked a joke, they were funny, but you felt sort of awkward laughing at it because it wasn't. It was like, that's funny, but I'm still so freaking. That was the one thing with the movies I felt was like there were some jokes in it. There was some laughter. Professor X makes some funny sayings, and they quibble amongst themselves and stuff. But there was the tone was so dark and serious that they weren't. It wasn't like laugh out loud funny. It was just sort of chuckle funny, because at the same time you're dealing with all this other mess that's going on. So the movie was, to me, was, like I said, I loved it. I can't say any more about it, really. I mean, it's going to be a short video for review. I'm going to try to review some more, because I think I'm going to Skull Island next week, or this week, to see that. So I don't want to tell you too much about the story, but we got to thank Hugh Jackman. We got to thank him for doing this final one and saying, this is the goodbye you guys deserve, for sticking with us for all these X-Men movies. And yeah, it really was. I really appreciate it. I mean, I really appreciate it. I really think this was the one to go out on. This is the one that was like, this is the finale. This is it. I'm going to give you guys what you want. James Mangold was, who did, like I said, Wolverine did Walk the Line. He did 3:10 to Yuma, another great movie. He did all these. We're like, this is it. This is and we're going to give it to you. What's what you want, you're going to get it. And they even make him look like old man Logan at the end. I thought that was very cool. It was like, there's a scene and you see it and he gets up and you're like, he looks just like old man Logan. He looks like from the comic. The continuity in the story is fine. Like I discussed before, it is set in the X-Men universe, but Fox, Bryan Singer and them, they play real loose and fast with the continuity. Okay, everybody knows that. You're watching X-Men movies, and it seems like to me sometimes they just sort of like throw ideas up on a wall, and whoever sticks there gets, it's like they have a bag full of gummy heroes, and they just throw who they have rights to up on the wall, and they go, okay, let's make this movie. Well, we used him over here. Nah, don't worry about it. We'll use him in this one too. But we used him in X3. Yeah, we can use him in Apocalypse. But you're connecting it to the other universe, or to the same timeline. Don't worry about it. Don't ask so many questions. Just go enjoy the movie. Oh, okay. It's not like the MCU where there's a definite timeline, okay, where there's like movies relayed on top of each other and constantly stack. This is sort of like, there's like, and they crisscross every once in a while. So that's the best way I can explain it. Because anybody who's watched them, read the comics, or seen the movies, are sort of like, you sit there and like this, and you go, wait a minute, how can, wasn't he, ooh. So this one sort of took itself out of that universe. It set itself in the future and said, okay, everybody's gone, not going to introduce anybody else. This is it. We're just going to have Wolverine, Professor X, and we'll introduce these new guys so there's no connection. We'll set it there. We'll give you a few things. Oh, I'm rambling. See, I ramble on YouTube. They do mention New Mutants. The word New Mutants does come out during the movie. So if any of you are familiar, they are trying to get a New Mutants movie together. Richter was one of the kids in there, and I believe he is eventually in the New Mutants. I was waiting for a Robert Acosta or a Sam Guthrie, but I didn't catch those names. Robert, remember, was in Days of Future Past, Sunspot. He was in there. So I don't know. I don't know if they're going to make that or not. But they did say they are new, and actually the words New Mutants came out. So who knows? All right. So that's it. Go see the movie if you're a comic book fanatic. If you love comic book movies, this is the one to see. You got to see this one. I would tell you, say X-Men Origins, Wolverine. Don't see that one. Okay, too late now. But this one, I would say yes. Go see this movie. It's great. All right. So that's it. That's all I wanted to do. I want to just talk about this movie, and hopefully in a few days you'll see another one of these come out for Skull Island. I keep wanting to call it Kong Island. I don't know. But I'm psyched about Skull Island because it's going to be connection with Legendary Films. Is going to connect King Kong and the Godzilla thing. I'm believing that's going to happen, and we're going to get that. And I'm a huge Godzilla freak. You probably can't see it, but over there I got a huge Godzilla poster. I'm a Godzilla freak, so we'll see it when we'll see it next week. But go see Logan. I give it a thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. Siskel and Ebert, I give it 2 thumbs up. Go see it, and if you like the videos, subscribe. If you don't. But if you do, subscribe, like, spread the word, and that's it, guys. We'll see you later. Have a great one, and go see the movie. You'll enjoy it. Get some popcorn. All right, bye.